I'm Brandon Mason with ProPaintball.com, and I am here for SafePaintball.org. How is paintball different today from 12 years ago? We're not hanging out in the woods anymore. There's no more sandbags, there's trees. We're looking at, I used to go home and have ticks in the back of my neck after playing at Camp Pendleton, the Great Western Series. But looking at paintball today, having more refs than players on the field at some events is really cool. The rate of fire, efficiency on guns, everything's changed. It's definitely, you pull a trigger, it's 25 cents, 25 cents, 25 cents, 25 cents. Looking back, it's like, wow, I've spent 2/3 of my income in the last 22 years of my life just strictly on how expensive paintball is. So you think of all the new kids come in, and it's tough. But looking at where we are right now, the shape of paintball is really cool. The game itself is really fun, it's fast-paced. It's one of those things that you need to kind of evaluate how we've done paintball over the last, let's say 10 years, right? We've gone from the woods, we've gone from 10-man, we've had the 3-man that was on TV that they did in Vegas. We have a woods ball league now, we have 7-man, we have X-ball. I'm sure I'm missing 25 other things. Spider Cup did the 3-man series, all that stuff. Those are all, benefactors, but in the same sense, when you're trying to legitimize a professional sport of anything, look at baseball. It's hard to compare apples to oranges, but anybody can go get a soccer ball and go play soccer. Anybody can get a baseball and a stick and go play baseball. Legitimately, you can call it stick ball, you can baseball and a bat, whatever you want to say. A golf ball and a golf club. All that stuff's really easy to come by, but if you can't get people to come together on, it's hard to say because I don't want to say that it's only going to be one format of paintball that's going to save the world. Because I really enjoy going out and playing in the woods and doing all that stuff. And I don't think that 7-man is the answer or X-ball is the answer, but I think that the people running the show need to come to a decision together. At the end of last season, it was unfortunate that the NPPL went belly up, and I understand that Lane was coming with a PowerPoint presentation to prepare in Vegas, and he gets in the airplane and says, doors are closed. Or gets a phone call that said, the doors are closed. And it's like, well, that, what do you say? So, my favorite league is actually the PSP League, specifically because I like to go out and play point after point after point. It reminds me of practice, where you go out and you make something, you make a stupid mistake, but you get to go out and fix it. And you get to go prove that you made the mistake and you can fix it, you're learning. And when you get to play for 15 minutes or a race 2 format, 20 minutes, whatever it is, you're able to prove that you are a better player. You are an athlete because you're in shape, that you trained, you dieted, you did what it needed to, theoretically you do what it takes to be the best. And if you get lucky in game 3 of a 7-man event because some guy ran on the field and somebody else got hit and there was a penalty assessed, well, you and I know from watching it who is actually the victor. But what the refs say, maybe good decision or bad decision, it shouldn't decide, such a lump sum of money. But it's not my opinion to make, but I enjoy playing X-ball a little bit more. I hate to say something like this, but tournament paintball is going to become almost non-important to paintball unless the pro players actually go and get back. Every pro player that has that ranking of a professional, it's their duty and responsibility to go and give back to the community, to give back and get people that have never played paintball, or even if they have, every time you're at the field, take 5 minutes out of your day and go help somebody else out, go critique them, make them want to come back. That's what an ambassador does. That's how you go and represent the sport of paintball, is that you go and give back and you'll get somebody else to wear your jersey. Think about when you go to a professional baseball game and so the third base coach throws you a baseball or a foul ball or something like that. How stoked are you? You want to go back with your glove the next time and make sure you get a foul ball. every time you go with a glove, you're expecting that, you know, me out of 57,000 people at this stadium is gonna catch one. I got a chance. But it's because that you saw the person next to you got one last time. So what about walking off the field and giving your jersey away at the end of an event? You know, maybe you don't have to sell every piece of your gear. How important is tournament paintball to the sport of paintball? It could be non-important, it could be the most important thing ever. But that's not something that you or I can change, it's something that the professional players in tournament paintball can change. Because when you drive an event around the divisional series, or the divisional players, that's really beneficial because those are the ones paying the bills. But when you have a professional player that is just there to throw his gear and have a temper tantrum and a bad attitude and then go and mouth off to some random Divisional III player and say, you know, I'm here because I'm better than you and because I, you know, deserve to be. Sure, some of that stuff's true, but you can't treat people like that. You gotta, you know, keep that stuff in mind. You don't see representatives of Major League Baseball and Major League Basketball going and saying, hey, F you, or, you know, go do this and go get me this, or you're nothing. I mean, they get fined by the league. You, me, him, the next door neighbor, the person on the paintball field next to you. Every single person that, whether they're an athlete or not, you know, if they're, I don't care if you can't get on the paintball field for whatever reason, or you're the best athlete ever. I mean, if you are that pro player that shows up at the event and says, give me, give me, give me, you really got to think about, are you actually putting something back into the sport of paintball, or are you just taking from it? You know, like you can go give a pro player 2, 3, 4 guns and cash and whatever and fly them around the country and fly them in for practice or whatever. They can be the best dude ever. They can be the Michael Jordan, you know, whatever you want to call themselves, of paintball. But theoretically, are they going to come and, are they bringing people back out to the sport is the question. Are they getting other people stoked on paintball? Are they going back and just crashing and burning, or, you know, making somebody else upset? You know, are they the kids that go to rec ball day and just completely destroy little Billy and make it so he never wants to come out to play paintball again? Or do they pull little Billy aside and say, hey, can I give you a little clinic really quick? Hey, you can work on this. This is doing, you know, you look really great doing this. You know, making that kid go home and say, Mom, I want to go back and do that again next week. Wow, that was a lot of fun. Hey, Mom, I made some new friends. You know, it's. I'm an ambassador for the sport of paintball because I take fresh paintballers, first time ever, to go play paintball at least 2 or 3 times a month. So what's really cool, John Millman, my brother, myself, and my roommate Anthony Haas all put together this paintball team, I want to say 2 years ago now, as of November of this 2009. And twice a month we have a club day, right, where you bring friends, family out, and we go, you know, Camp Pendleton, Southern California, or SC Village, or wherever we can, and we get everybody together, and we give all of the first-time paintball players all the guns, ramping mode, full automatic, you know, you name it, whatever. And then we all go out there with our pump guns, and, you know, we dress up with, you know, full-blown gurney, or scrubs, or, you know, golf pants, and big old straw hats, and everything. You know, we have a good time. But seeing the new people going out wearing, you know, looking like professional players with their full auto guns, and then you go to Camp Pendleton, the Marines start yelling at them saying, hey, those guys in the yellow Cal State Long Beach jerseys got to be put on the other team, they're, you know, blah, 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 they're too good, split them up. And then the girls take off their mask. What? Why do we have to do that? They're like, oh, well, you know, their voices get all deep and whatever, I mean. So I get to take a new person paintballing every 2 or 3 weeks. Hi, I'm Brandon Mason from SavePaintball.org, and you can check out all of the latest news and paintball coverage at propaintball.com.